I don't think there's a best way. I don't think there's a good way to guard Luka Doncic in a pick and roll.
What just happened? The Dallas Mavericks traded 25-year-old generational superstar Luka Doncic to the Lakers for Anthony Davis, and the NBA world is losing its mind. We're talking about a 5x All-NBA first-teamer, a guy who dragged Dallas to the finals last year, now shipped to LA in a move so shocking, even LeBron probably did a double take. But why? How? And what does this mean for Luka's legacy? Let's break it down.
The thought process from moving on from Luka Doncic. It really is. At this stage of his career, as a young man that just led a team to the finals.
I mean, if I am Luka, this is the ultimate rebuke. It is the ultimate, basically, insult. There's no way anybody's turning down $350 million. So what they're basically saying is, we don't think you're worth the money. It's shocking.
What went on to make them trade Luka Doncic is what I want to know.
I cannot wait. Forget about what Luka says about this. I can't wait to see how Luka reacts to this.
There's some unique things about his contract that we had to pay attention to. You know, there's other teams that were loading up, you know, that he was going to be able to decide, make his own decision at some point of whether he wants to be here or not, whether we want to supermax him or not, or whether he wants to opt out. So I think we had to take all that into consideration and feel like we got out in front of what could have been a tumultuous summer.
Let's start with the burning question. Why would Dallas trade a player they called the future of the franchise? According to insiders, the Mavs had major concerns about Luka's long-term durability, conditioning, and leadership 26. They doubted he'd commit to the hard work culture new owner Patrick Dumont wants, even comparing him unfavorably to legends like Jordan and Kobe 6. Oh, and that $350 million Supermax he was eligible for this summer, Dallas wasn't sure he was worth at $212. Let that sink in. They basically said a 25-year-old MVP candidate isn't worth a max deal.
That's a lot of money to give a guy you don't think can stay in shape who's always going to be hurt. And let me tell you something. The only people know Luka Doncic is the Dallas Mavericks. Guys who've been with him for years or who are around him every day. He's a great player. He's a great player. But all us talking heads, they must know something we don't know.
Even Chuck is confused. But here's the kicker. Dallas didn't even shop Luka around the league. GM Nico Harrison negotiated exclusively with the Lakers, his old Nike buddy Rob Pelinka, to land AD, a 31-year-old with an injury history. No bidding war, no draft picks bonanza, just this 39th. Mavericks fans are rioting outside the arena, and honestly, can you blame them? Luka's 116M loss and Lakers gain.
That's typically, in the history of the NBA, a no-brainer situation. There's not a stress there. And what McMahon is reporting in talking to the Mavericks tonight is that they weren't sure that was a good investment.
This is the most shocking trade in NBA history.
I couldn't believe it. I'm still somewhat thinking it's a hack. It's really hard to fathom.
Financially, this trade is a bloodbath for Luka. By leaving Dallas, he's no longer eligible for that $350M Supermax. The most LA can offer? A measly $229 million over 4 years. A $216 million pay cut, $810. And thanks to California's sky-high taxes, his take-home earnings drop even further, $8. But for the Lakers, this is a masterstroke. They land a top 3 player to pair with LeBron and secure their post-Bron future.
But when you look at the vision of the team and what Nico wants to build, I truly support that and truly believe that the players that we're getting are the ones that can help us achieve that, and that's to win a championship.
I do think this kind of sets the end to like the LeBron James making all the decisions. They're like, hey, we love you, LeBron, but we're going to start what's doing best for the Lakers. That's what I got out of this trade from a Lakers standpoint, because I don't know if they didn't come tell LeBron, because number one, Clutch Sports is Anthony's agent, but it seems like to me they're like, hey, you know what? LeBron's on his last legs. Let's start getting us a star for the future. And it's going to be fun to talk about this trade, sit back and watch who wins the trade.
Luka's heartbroken. He wanted to be Dirk 2.0, a lifer in Dallas. But now, he's in LA, idolizing LeBron, with a chip on his shoulder the size of Texas. And if you think a motivated Luka is scary, just wait.
So tell us the story about Grant Williams. You signed him in free agent from the Celtics. And I guess Michael Finley tells the story that he's trash-talking Luka in practice.
So one day in practice, a player, a teammate, I won't call his name out, but it was Grant Williams. He decided he wanted to get under Luka's skin.
Grant was trying to define himself. Grant's a great guy, right? I still keep in touch with him. I like him a lot. And he was trying to define his role with the Mavericks. You know, he wasn't going to be the best player, but he was going to be a role player that had to fit in, made threes, but he was kind of like the enforcer. And he also wanted to be kind of the adult on the court, you know, and with Luka, it just didn't go over well at all. When you start trash talking Luka, that's never going to end well.
He felt that Luka didn't come to practice, come that day ready to practice. So make a long story short, they had a scrimmage going, and he's talking trash to Luka up and down the court. So finally, Luka says, okay. And I tell you, Luka went on a 26-6 run by himself.
Let's talk about why you never poke the bear. Remember Grant Williams, the guy who trash-talked Luka in practice? Big mistake. Luka dropped a 26-6 run on him by himself. Fadeaways, step-backs, no-look passes. Teammates say it was like watching a video game glitch.
Oh my God. From day one, I was like, this dude is good. This dude is good. But like, also, I'm thinking like, damn, this dude is good. Do I belong? Like that's how like the type of doubt that I put in my mind. Like this dude he was that good. I came in. You can ask any vet on that team. It was like DeAndre Jordan, Wes Matthews, Harrison Barnes, JJ Barea, Devin Harris. They all say the same thing.
And look, you can ask anybody. I'm not exaggerating. It was like a 26-6 run by himself.
I played probably the best defense of anyone I've think about guarding Luka.
That's Luka. He's a 6'8" maestro who controls the game at his pace. Slow, methodical, and utterly unguardable. Ask the Hawks. He hung 73 on them when they dared not to double team.
There's just no good answer. So if people want explanations about why we're having all these scoring outputs, it's because there's not a good fucking answer. No. Atlanta blitzes the most in the NBA. They decided not to blitz Luka Doncic because they were worried about the consequences. And he had 73.
And he has 73.
Right? There's just not good answers for the best players right now.
His game? A mix of Larry Bird's IQ, Harden's step back, and Magic's vision. He's not the fastest or most athletic, but his breaks, yes, breaks, are legendary. He decelerates, changes pace, and leaves defenders in the dust. And now, he's LeBron's heir in LA.
Yeah, I would have never thought Luka Doncic get traded at this age, you know, mid-season.
Do you feel like this shifts the balance of power at all in the West?
Yeah, I mean, you got two.
Got to have Luka and LeBron.
Yeah, like you got Luka, LeBron, Reeves. If he can get traded, then anybody's up, you know, for grabs, you know.
Right now, the Lakers are clear winners. They swapped an aging AD for a 25-year-old MVP. But Dallas, this could go down as the worst trade since the Nets sold Dr. J. AD's injury history is a ticking time bomb. And their win-now core, Kyrie, 32, Klay, 34, isn't getting younger 3. Meanwhile, Luka's hungry. If he takes the LeBron mentorship seriously, we're looking at a scary new era in LA. Imagine Luka with Bron's work ethic, a revamped diet, and Hollywood-level training. A trim Luka? That's a top 10 all-time player in the making. And for Dallas? Well, maybe they'll enjoy that 2029 first-round pick.
He's trying to get you off balance. Once you're off balance, he's still on balance. He changes his pace.
Yeah.
He has created an advantage at that point.
Yeah.
So now he's got you on his hip. Potentially he's blown by you. Maybe you reach in, he goes through, he draws a foul, whatever.
Yeah.
But let's say you catch up to him. You're now going in acceleration full speed, and he goes into deceleration, you fly by. So on his drives, his ability to decelerate is special.
LeBron, what makes Luka special? I know you recently said he was your favorite player.
His size.
It's gigantic.
I mean, he's gigantic. He's 6'8" point guard. He's 225 pounds.
Jeez.
He has the ball on the string, and more importantly, his vision.
So, what do you think? Did Dallas fumble the bag, or is AD the missing piece? Let me know in the comments and smash that like button if you'd trade your GM for a bag of chips after this move. Stay tuned for more breakdowns, and as always, stay paranoid.